Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Rachel Takeman and I am conquering a new goal every single month in 2020 and documenting it all through YouTube videos. If you haven't done so already, please press the subscribe button down below so that you can help my channel grow. And if you press the little notification bell right next to it, you get a notification every single time I post a new video so I can keep you up to date on my journey. And stay tuned till the end of this video because I have a really exciting announcement I'm going to share with all of you. As you may know from my last video, my January goal is meal prepping. This is something I haven't done in a couple years, and because of that, I've developed some bad habits of snacking on junk food and eating out way too much. So for the month of January, my goal was to bring lunch and dinner to work every single day. Thank you so much for watching my first video and for all your engagement and support. I got so many messages on YouTube and Facebook, as well as texts and calls from people just encouraging me in my journey. One of the tips that multiple people gave me was to get a kitchen island. Now this was something I never even thought about. Our kitchen, as you guys saw in the last video, is not a bad size. We just use all of our counter space with appliances. I thought that if we ever wanted more counter space to cook, I would have to sacrifice our daily use of one of our appliances. Getting a kitchen island never even crossed my mind, but I'm so glad you guys told me to do so because I did. I got one. We got a beautiful kitchen island from Wayfair, which gives me so much more counter space. It also gives me some extra storage space below, which I've used for our pots and pans, so they don't have to be stacked up and they're a little more accessible. And my grandparents gave us a new set of pots and pans for Christmas this year, so I really want to show them off. I'm so excited about cooking now that we have some more space to do so. And I've used my island so much this week. So thank you guys for your great suggestions. My first week is over now. It was January 1st to January 7th, which is Wednesday to Tuesday. This week went pretty well. I tried to vlog as much as I could, but I didn't get every single meal. On January 1st was my first day, and I had the day off of work. I actually didn't vlog my day at all, but basically I was just eating leftover takeout. Actually, this is where most of my meals came from the first few days. Yikes. On Thursday, January 2nd, however, I got up a little earlier and made a nice breakfast for my husband and I. I made us some breakfast bagels. I just toasted a bagel like I usually do in the morning, and I cooked an egg for on top. I also put on some cheddar cheese and a little bit of Philadelphia brand spinach and artichoke dip, which sounds super weird to put on a bagel, but it's really delicious, and you should try it. My go-to breakfast is a bagel with cream cheese, so this was just a little bit of extra work and I had a much more nutritious and filling breakfast. I had the day off on Thursday as well to get some stuff done around the house after New Year's, so I had some time to make a meal for myself. I made a super simple meal, just angel hair pasta with a packet of tuna and a little bit of oil. Like I said before, this isn't going to be super complicated meals or anything. I was really in the mood for tuna fish, so I went with it. I'm not going to be making super fancy meals or really healthy meals because I don't want to overcomplicate it and get sick of cooking. I want this to be something I can continue. Good morning! It's Friday, and so I'm headed back to work for one day before the weekend. So this morning I cooked an easy breakfast for myself. My kind of go-to breakfast has been an everything bagel with some cream cheese because it's something that I can bring with me on the road. I usually don't make enough time in the morning to eat breakfast before I go to work. And since I have a pretty long commute, I usually eat my bagel on the way. So I'm going to be trying something a little different with this next week because a bagel and cream cheese is just the easiest option for me. It's super quick and easy to take on the go, but I think I could make it a little better and a little healthier with some more protein if I just add an egg and maybe like a little bit of lunch meat and a slice of cheese or something. I think this could be just as easy if I make some of the eggs ahead of time and just can heat everything up in the morning and take it to go really quickly. And if I have some more protein, then hopefully I won't get hungry quite as quickly for lunch, so I can spread those out a little more, spread those meals out, and hopefully won't be hungry and won't snack as much. I also brought a lunch with me. My lunch was leftovers from a few days before. Yep, still going through leftover takeout. I had an open sandwich with turkey and gravy and a side of potatoes and broccoli. Don't make fun of my broccoli, that's all that was left. And I brought an applesauce pouch too. Friday I didn't bring any snacks, and I really wish that I had, but I made it home without stopping at McDonald's or Wendy's, and I had the rest of our leftover takeout at home. Finally, done with the leftover takeout. On Saturday, I made myself another bagel with cheese and egg. Super easy, but so much more filling than just the cream cheese that I had before. I slept in, so my breakfast was actually at lunchtime. By the time it was dinner time, my husband and I went out to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the NFL playoff games. I found myself feeling guilty when I was going out to eat, and feeling like I'd have to admit to my YouTube subscribers that I went out to eat. So I want to clarify to you guys, as I've been reminding myself all week, I'm not trying to never go out to eat. Eating out is a really fun social thing for me to do. Often my husband and I go out for date night at a restaurant, or I meet some friends at a restaurant. This is not what I'm trying to limit. I'm trying to stop going out for lunch when I should have just packed a lunch and brought it to work, or stopping at fast food restaurants when I could have just cooked at home. I had to keep reminding myself this week not to make my goals too strict. In January especially, it's so easy to compare myself with everyone's newfound obsession with healthy eating. I'm not trying to go on a diet or trying to make the healthiest foods possible. Eventually I'll get to the point where I can make more balanced meals or eat a lot more vegetables, but I'm not there yet. I don't want to give up and get discouraged. I want this to be a goal that I can achieve and that I can just build on in the future. So I'm okay with going out to eat with friends and family, but I'm not okay with going out to eat alone just because I'm too lazy to cook at home. At Buffalo Wild Wings, I had a delicious Philly cheesesteak, and I tried so hard not to feel guilty about it. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning, and I am actually hitting the road. I'm going up 2.5 hours north to meet my parents to drop off my brother, who's going to be staying with me for about a week. So one of the things that I learned while I was on the Whole30 was that breakfast shouldn't just be limited to eggs or bacon or anything like that. Breakfast can be anything. So one of the things I learned was that you can eat your leftovers from the night before for breakfast, and it's pretty easy. And one of the reasons why I haven't really always had a healthy breakfast is because it takes a lot of work to make eggs and bacon every morning. So this morning what I'm going to be eating before I hit the road is these halupsis, which I made a few months ago actually, and I made a ton of for an event, and I just froze the rest of the leftovers of what we made. And so I took it out of the freezer a couple days ago and ate them for lunch yesterday, and now I'm eating them for breakfast today. So again, these are Ukrainian halupsis, and they're actually cabbage, and they're stuffed with beef and carrots and rice and stuff like that. I like to snack in the car, and I wanted to make sure I wouldn't stop for any unhealthy snacks, so I brought some better ones with me. Again, I had to remind myself of exactly what my goal is. I'm not trying to cut out snacking. Most of my snacking is not unhealthy, because I don't keep unhealthy snacks in our home. I love snacking, and when I snack at home, it's usually cheese and crackers or salsa and chips, not terribly unhealthy snacks. My problem is at work, when I snack because I'm hungry, because I'm bored, or just because the kids are eating it. I would much rather bring healthy snacks with me than to feast on junk food and candy. So back to Sunday, I met my family at a restaurant off of Lake Wallenpaupack, and I ate some fish and chips. That night, after my brother Adam and I got back to Mechanicsburg, I did some grocery shopping and started meal prepping. I do most of my grocery shopping at Aldi because it's so much cheaper, but I do get my bagels from Giant, which is our local grocery store, because they make them fresh and they're so delicious. I didn't make too much Sunday night because my mom sent some food home for me, but I did make enough for the 3 of us for the next few days. Alright, so I'm going to be making chicken for our first meal prep meal that I will take to work with me tomorrow and probably the day after that. So I have this little chicken cook in a bag, which I've never tried before, but I got it at Aldi. And it looks super easy, and then I don't have to stuff a chicken. So currently I cook it in this bag. I guess I just put this thing in the oven. Now my oven is preheated, I'm just gonna stick my little chicken in the bag in the oven. So for my potatoes and carrots, I'm just gonna put them all in a big pan. going to put my potatoes and carrots in the oven with my chicken. Alright, so I'm going to be making roasted chickpeas. This is one of my favorite snacks to bring with me, and it's super easy, but I just haven't been making it. So all I need are cans of chickpeas. I'm going to make 2 today because it's me and Adam that I'm feeding for the week. So all I have to do over here is just strain my chickpeas. So I just put them all in there. And again, I'm going to do 2 of them because I love them and I eat a lot of them. So all I do now that they're strained, put it on my baking sheet. I put aluminum foil down so it's a little easier to clean up when they stick to the pan. Now I just put a little bit of oil on them. And then I just put a little bit of salt and pepper on them. And sometimes I put a little steak seasoning on too, but you could put any spice on that you really like. I just like salt and pepper and a little bit of steak seasoning. Now that these chickpeas are done, I'm gonna stick them in the oven. At the grocery store, I bought some other healthy snacks like yogurt and some string cheese. After cooking everything, I packed everything into Tupperware containers based on advice I got from my godmother and put everything in the fridge so it was just easy to take and go in the morning. Monday morning felt like the first real day of my challenge. I was done with the leftover takeout and I had done some real meal prepping to prepare for this. I made a bagel sandwich for myself again, but instead of just the cream cheese, I put on some turkey sandwich meat and some sliced cheese. And it was so much more filling than a normal bagel and cream cheese. I packed up lunch, dinner, and snacks for me and Adam for the day. At lunchtime, we actually had lunch provided at work again, and so we just saved that lunch for the next day. Our kitchen volunteers at work make wonderful food, so I had lasagna and salad. A little bit later, I had the grapefruit I brought with me for snack and my roasted chickpeas. Just before my evening kids program started, I had the quiche that my mom sent with me, as well as the yogurt I brought. On the way home, I was kind of hungry and I was really tempted to stop at McDonald's. But since I had my dinner in my lunchbox, it was pretty easy for me to convince myself not to, since all I had to do was go home and stick it in the microwave. On Tuesday, I basically had the same meals again. I don't mind having repetition in my meals as long as it's something I enjoy eating. I have eaten a bagel for breakfast every day for the past few months and I still don't get sick of it. This is another reason why I think meal prepping would work great for me. As long as I make a tasty meal, I'm happy eating it for days. On Tuesday night, we went to a friend's house for dinner and game night, and so I had spaghetti with sausage and a side Caesar salad. This week was definitely a learning curve for me. All week I was just trying not to get caught up with everybody else's New Year's resolutions and everybody else's fitness goals, and trying not to overcomplicate my own goal. I was also getting used to just thinking about vlogging all the time, but so far I think this is the perfect goal for me to start with. It's not unachievable, but it's definitely different from how I was living in December, and it's not going to be my last food-related goal. Now that I'm enjoying cooking again and starting to make it my routine, I'm looking forward to experimenting with cooking and trying new things and eventually making some more healthy foods. Thank you so much for watching this video and for following my journey. If you like this video, go ahead and press the like button down below and press the subscribe button if you haven't already and the little bell next to it so you get a notification every time I post. Now for the exciting announcement I promised at the beginning of the video. As I said before, I was so encouraged by all of your messages from my last video and I want to keep this momentum going. I'm going to be doing shoutouts at the end of every video going forward to someone who texted me, commented on my video, subscribed to my channel, any sort of engagement from my videos. So if you have any more suggestions or recipes to send me, feel free. I've loved all the engagement from my first video and it's gotten me so inspired. And I'm so excited that my community of friends and family are all rallying around me. I hope you guys have an awesome week and I'll see you next week.